I think we got some competitive guys. Um, I don't want to start off with an excuse, but we had a couple of late week injuries that probably would have helped us on the D line. I thought we got a little worn down at the end of that game, um, and those bodies definitely would have helped us. Not only that, but they're very good players, and I think we've got a competitive group of guys. I think we're going to get a lot better. I think there was a lot of young guys that got some really good experience in a competitive game. We just have to make plays when we get in the big moments. I know that we're capable. I know that we have an understanding of what we need to do. It's just, when the moment gets on us, that's when we got to be our best, and we just couldn't get a stop there at the end of the game.
By the numbers, you guys played really well. You talk about those moments like the fourth downs.
Yeah, and it was just, some of those fourth downs are going to be really tricky. I mean, you're fourth and inches, and they run quarterback run, and some of those were difficult. But the one at the end of the game certainly stings. I think we had the right thing going, and we just didn't execute it. It's moments like that are going to make or break a championship season, and I'm just hoping that we get an opportunity to square off against those guys again somewhere down the road.
With the pass rush, you talked about wearing down. Do you expect guys like Ryan Davis and Alcorn Crowder to be back?
Right. They'll be back. Unclear whether or not they'll be back this week as yet. I can say that Malcolm's been practicing, so I think he's good. Ryan's been close, and so we'll see what their status is Saturday. But they'll be back, and they're going to be major impact guys, both of them, for us.
How do you think the young guys handled, first game jitters of being out there in the secondary?
I think they handled it fine. I look at a guy like Wesley Fair. He's just a competitive guy. He's a if you're going to take a guy that's going to be good at everything, he's going to be good at tennis. He's going to be good at play darts. He's just that good at being a competitor. So I thought he would rise to the occasion, and he did. But I was really happy with Zayshawn. I thought Zayshawn Rich played phenomenally well. I thought Donovan McIntosh played well. I know there's a couple things he wished he had back, but I thought he played well by and large. Logan Bartley, as a true freshman, played about 15 snaps and didn't do anything really to impact the game in a big way, but he didn't, I think that's probably pretty good when you're blending in back there in a game like that. And I think some of the experience of some of the older guys really helps that. I think having VJ back there, I think having Austin Romaine in there, you look down and you see those guys, it gives you a lot of confidence to be able to play. And I think those guys are going to take off from here. I really do.
When did they kind of make the adjustment to you guys being in 4 down, do you think?
I'm sure they had some kind of an idea. That's how it works. There's a lot of eyes out there. But so I know that they were working on that probably a little bit. And I don't know that anything really changed from what they did. I think we gave them some pictures certainly that they hadn't seen. Even late in the game, we were doing that, and it just, I don't know how it affected them or didn't affect them, But I think at the end of the day, they did a nice job of adjusting, and we put it in the players' hands, and that's where it's going to be. That's where I hope it is as a coach.
Why is the 4-man front a better look for you guys this season than in the past?
I think our personnel. I think we're really talented up front. I think there's no secret that we've said that's probably one of our deepest spots. And I think that as many of those guys as we can get on the field at the same time, there's a number of reasons. That's personnel's a big one. Just there was times last year where I'm looking to the left and the right, and I'm seeing these guys that are, I think, as good as there are in the league, and they're standing on the sideline next to me when we could be out there disrupting things. And one of the other core tenets that I really believe in, and it just is what it is, but I think protection beats coverage. And what I mean by that is there's times in the 3-down stuff where we're rushing 3, and we could have some of the greatest coverage in the world. And a lot of times you can invent things. There's so many things you can do that way. But if a quarterback isn't feeling any pressure on him, then eventually your coverage is going to break down, and you're going to end up in a scramble drill. And that's been happening to us for a couple of years now. And our answer to that always was, all right, we're going to blitz, which is fine when you have, man people. And I don't know that we don't have man people, but I hate to put that much pressure on our DBs all the time. And so, how could we find more zone answers while we're rushing 4 with good people that can win in those situations. And anyway, all that stuff was stuff that's going through my head, as early as last season when I'm thinking, man, boy, it'd be nice to rush 4 and play some kind of zone here. I think it's going to give us a flexibility to do more things coverage-wise.
Coach said yesterday that Toby obviously had a great game, but maybe he played 25 more snaps and was
Right.
planned because of the absence of Ryan.
Right.
But what was Toby doing particularly so well that made him so effective out there?
Well, Toby's such an explosive athlete, and we've always known he's going to be a really big factor in the pass game. What we didn't, I don't say we didn't anticipate, but he was a really good run defender too. I mean, he was getting knockback, and he was playing on their side of the line of scrimmage, and he was getting off the rock, getting off blocks, and he just was very disruptive, which is what we would expect of him. And you bet, probably played a few more snaps than we wanted to, and had to probably shuffle some people around. I thought Jordan Allen did a really nice job playing a position that he didn't typically play, filling in for Ryan and spelling Toby when we could. But Toby's going to be another one of those guys that's just going to get better and better. And, he's played in the past, but I think as he gains more confidence in what he's doing, I think the system is right for a guy like him.
Saw both teams go for it a lot on 4th down that first game. Any more as a D coordinator? Did you just expect that they're always going to be
You
going
expect
for
it, yeah. It's just, it used to be you defend the sticks. It's 3rd down and 9, and just, hey, as long as they get 8, we're cool, we're off. Now it's kind of the mindset that, 3rd down and 9, you better defend 6, because if they get down to 4th and 2, 4th and 3, it's probably going to have to defend another down. And so it definitely changes how you see things. And I don't know where these analytics guys are doing, but they're really making it hard on guys like me. But it sometimes it's field zones that guys do that in, and that used to be the way, and now people are doing that all over the field. It doesn't matter anymore, and the numbers would suggest that you go. That's like we did that. They would tell you to do that 10 times out of 10, and it is the right thing to do, because it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to have to defend 4 downs and play a little bit more base football on 3rd.